everyone, coming at you with a magazine harvest today. It is day 4 of my challenge to do a video every day leading up to next Wednesday when I return to work because I have been on my summer vacation. I have 3 magazines here that I've already clipped through, but I like to go through them more than once so I can find, you know, different things I might have missed or different things that stand out to me this time around. So that is what we are going to be doing today. I'm gonna go ahead and go through these again. So might not do all of them, might do it, just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's probably gonna just be a little chatty magazine harvest, which is my personal favorite both to make and to watch. So something exciting that I wanted to share, exciting to me at least, is that I actually posted last night. My fiance gave me the idea. He said, why don't I post in one of my community groups about, you know, magazines. I posted a couple pictures of like blue books that I have been making, and I just kind of said, you know, if you have any old magazines lying around, sorry guys, I'm not fully in the frame, but there we go. So I said, if you have any old magazines lying around that you don't need, please consider me, you know, a good way to kind of like give them a new life. And I like to make glue books and other crafts out of them. And I actually have 3 people that will be giving me magazines. So I'm so excited about that. It's always fun getting new magazines. And I think I've mentioned before in my videos that, you know, for me, I really hope that I can keep getting like free magazines like that. And obviously, like, when I say free magazines, I hope you guys don't hear it like I'm just not wanting to pay for them. Of course, it is nice as somebody who likes to thrift shop and, you know, not wanting to spend a lot of money on magazines and this hobby. I feel like that's nice. But really the reason that I'm excited about it is because I'm giving the magazines a second chance at life. And it really fits with my... I'm very much about repurposing, reusing. And so for me, it just feels like doing something like this where I'm, you know, cutting paper and using magazines in this way, cutting through them. I want to be sure that not only am I getting everything I can out of each magazine, but that I'm not just buying new magazines when there's all these magazines that people will just throw out when they're done looking at. So I just wanted to clarify that that's why to me it's just so exciting, and, you know, more than just, oh cool, free magazine, I don't have to pay for it. It's more so, wow, I'm going to give a magazine a purpose when it otherwise would have probably just been tossed or ended up, you know, donated and without anybody using them. So just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. I feel like I've said that in a couple videos before, how I'm all about using magazines that have, like, getting used magazines, not just buying magazines for the purpose of cutting through them. And I'm not really somebody that buys them to look through them too much outside of for the purpose of cutting. So that's why it is nice for me to be able to, you know, get them from people that do that, that get the magazines just to read through them, but then they feel bad tossing them. So I feel like it's a win-win. I feel like I just ranted about why that's, you know, special to me, but it is just always nice that people are always wanting to help, and then for them it's nice because they're not wasting the magazines that they bought. So I feel like it's a great win-win. And I am curious how you guys get your magazines. I know a lot of times I see people posting about magazines that they just got in the mail, like as far as like new magazines or purchasing magazines. Do you purchase your magazines or do you get them from someone? I saw someone has shared with me that their mom does this as a hobby, and she gets the magazines from her local hair salon. So whenever they're done with magazines, they give them to her. And I thought that was really sweet. And again, the girl even said just a total win-win situation, because then the person at the salon doesn't have to waste them, and they know they're going to someone that can use them. So I feel like it's just awesome to be able to share the magazine love like that. And anytime, in my opinion, that you're repurposing something, it is definitely a win-win. You're giving it a second chance at life instead of just tossing it. I'm all about that, being conscious of how we're using things, and am I getting the most out of this before I toss it or get rid of it. So that's my rant for the day about how I do care a lot about repurposing and all that. So if you don't, that's okay. We're all different, but that's just something that I wanted to share with you guys and kind of explain why it makes me so excited to getting free magazines and getting magazines that are used from others instead of just watching them be tossed, you know. These are really pretty, but I think they're beers. I don't really drink beer. I am, you know, already seeing a big pattern of a lot of food. As you guys can probably see, that's just always what I tend to cut. And of course there are these magazines that are very food centered, and I don't know what it is about food pictures. Even when it's food that I probably wouldn't even eat, I like to cut it out. I just think food is like so colorful and pretty, and I don't even know, just the colors, you know. So you guys will see me do a lot of cutouts of food. So what about you guys? How do you get your magazines? If you're watching my videos, let me know in a comment. How do you get your magazines? Do you purchase your magazines? Do you have subscriptions? Or do you get them from a relative? Do you get them from the free groups? Because so far, all the magazines I have are from just when I was younger, that my mom and other family had magazine subscriptions, and then those, so I have a lot of like older magazines from that. And then I have gotten donations from like, you know, my free cycle group. People have posted like free magazines and I've gotten them from there, or OfferUp. So I have been really lucky to not have to purchase any magazines for this hobby. And like I said, I think that the best way to go about it is to see if anybody has them that just lying around instead of purchasing them. Kind of helps to prevent the paper waste too. So I think that's a pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do this with my picture so you guys have like a wider, because I feel like you see one half of my magazine. And so I'm gonna move these up. There we go. So yeah, I definitely feel like I'm like just ranting away. You guys might be able to notice, you know, some stress. It is Sunday and I'm getting ready for the busy week ahead, and I kind of made myself step away from it all to come and do this because I did make the commitment to do a video every day, and I'm really happy, especially now that things are getting busier. I'm seeing the benefit of having made myself do that, which is why I planned that to begin with. I kind of wanted to make myself set aside a little bit of time every day to do some magazine crafting, so I'm happy I did that. I plan on doing that today, and then maybe I will get to write a letter to my pen pal I write back and forth with. It's gotten really busy, so I hope to just be able to update her today on life and just kind of, you know, chat with her a bit in a letter. Otherwise, just lots on the list today. I have laundry to do, cleaning, bathrooms, and I did some dishes. I've just been doing a lot. So yeah, just getting ready for the week. I told you guys I start work this week, so I'm just trying to kind of get organized so that I feel good when the you know, the work week starts. I go back on Wednesday. So I've just been trying to prepare for that, get everything cleaned up. I'm just ready to go. I also hope to stop at Goodwill today. I want to, guys, I keep getting my magazine out of the frame. I'm so sorry. You know, when you're cutting, you just kind of tend to move things. So I hope to go to Goodwill today because I need to get some clothes for work. I haven't really been on top of that, just kind of like getting clothes for this hot season. So I hope to find some things. Let me know in the comments if you guys like to do like thrift shopping. I am a big thrifter. I love going to Goodwill and getting clothes and just different things. Like sometimes I get books, like children's books and organizational things. But truly the biggest thing I get at Goodwill is definitely food. I like to, did I just say food? Oh my goodness, I saw a picture of food. At Goodwill, I like to get clothes. So I feel like it's nice to be able to thrift clothes because, you know, we tend to go through clothes pretty quickly as far as just things that'll work. And I feel like too, I've always kind of been the type of person that my style changes over time as I'm like getting older, and I don't know, is that something relatable to you guys? I feel like I'm still kind of discovering my style, so maybe that's why I tend to go through clothes the way I do. Let's see. I'm cutting out this this pasta and beef. Looks really good. I feel like scatterbrained, but when I feel like this, I have found that doing magazine cutting helps me relax because it just gives me something different to like put my attention on and kind of brings me back. I don't know if you guys feel like that, let me know. I just, I'm gonna adjust the camera here. Okay, that seems better to me. I reminded my fiance about wanting to do the tripod setup differently. He has to make the tripod stand. We actually saw a video on YouTube about how someone made their setup using like PVC pipes, is how you say that. And so that's what he plans on doing. I'm cutting out the sauce. I've actually never tried it, but I love pasta sauce and pasta, spaghetti, so look good. So as you guys can see, I'm doing a lot of food cutting. This kind of reminds me a little bit, I don't know why, but I make this crock pot, kind of like if you guys have ever been to Chili's and had their queso dip. I make a copycat of that and it's super good. If you guys ever want the recipe, let me know. Super good, and that made me crave it, and now I'm tempted to go buy everything to make it. Okay, so yeah, it definitely seems like a food day where I'm cutting all the food, and I think it just also depends on the magazine, you know, like this one is, I believe, a food one. Yeah, so if it's a food magazine, of course there's gonna be lots of yummy looking foods in there, and I like to cut them. And I was kind of going back and forth whether I wanted to do a glue book page today or some cutting, harvesting, and I decided to harvest because I feel like with all the glue book pages I've been making, my cutouts actually are looking kind of sad. I don't have a lot of options, and so I decided instead that I wanted to do some harvesting so I could get more in my book. And so that's why we're doing this. I have been having a lot of fun with the glue books. I feel like when I first started, I didn't really have much of a purpose for, I just like this background, it's so colorful. I didn't really have much of a purpose for my magazine cutouts. I just enjoyed cutting out magazines. It relaxed me and it gave me something different to focus on. It kind of helped with anxiety and stuff. But now having something to do with them, like to put them in the glue book, I don't know. I really loved it. I also make, I think I mentioned this yesterday, but I make these little flashcards. I like do little magazine collages on them. I make them for my pen pals. So it just kind of has been fun to play around with different things when it comes to my magazine clippings. This made me think of my dad because he always uses fresh spices, and I love going to his house because he cooks such fresh food. He uses everything just so fresh. Like he does the whole, you know, like grinding his own pepper and the Himalayan salt. And am I the only one that thinks that's really cool? Because I don't really do that, but I think it's awesome. In fact, my dad's birthday is coming up, and I have been thinking about what we're gonna do. My sister and I might be cooking for him. That's what he said he wanted, so thinking about what we want to cook for him and all that. Let's see. This made me think about the turkey legs in Disneyland. I like this. I'm gonna cut that out. I've actually been thinking so much about Thanksgiving these last couple days because my mind is funny like that, where I'm thinking, okay, well, it's already gonna be August, and then it'll be September, and then it's October, and then it's November. And it's funny because it's still quite a ways away, but I think it's my my love of the holidays, wishful thinking. I'm excited for the holidays to be here. I'm excited for cooler weather. Being in Arizona, it's just like you get to a point where you're just ready for at least not hot, you know? It doesn't have to be cool, but I would definitely appreciate it not being 110 degrees. It's actually been kind of nice because lately we've been getting more of like the little bit of monsoon feel where, you know, we got a little bit of rain the other day and I had to run outside and bring my tortoise into his house, or take my tortoise to his house because I'm just an overprotective tortoise mom. He would have probably just been fine, but he just sat there in the pouring rain and I didn't want him to stay there overnight, so I grabbed him and I took him and put him in his house. I've had him for 5 years and he is just my favorite. I love tortoises. So I love this, all this Thanksgiving food is just making me so happy because Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. So I'm gonna keep cutting these Thanksgiving pictures because they make me happy. And that's the best part about, oh, this is some choppy cutting I'm doing today. And that's the best part for me about the magazine clipping and harvesting is just happy pictures make me happy. It's that simple. I enjoy looking through magazines and seeing all the happy pictures. And you guys don't know how excited I am to get new magazines to kind of like look through, harvest, and all that fun stuff. I'm excited. I'm probably gonna do another one of my whoop, guys, I'm like cutting crazy today. I'm probably gonna do one of my kind of like magazine hauls that I've done in the past where I showed you guys like my magazines that I got. So yeah, I'll probably be showing you guys. There's one person in my neighborhood, she said she was gonna be dropping off some magazines today, so I'll probably show you guys that in tomorrow's video if she brings them. And then I have 2 others that said tomorrow they'd be getting me some magazines. So lots to show you guys soon, hopefully. I'm excited to have new options, new things to play with. I do have quite a collection growing of magazines, but I don't feel like you can ever have too many magazines, especially like I said, when they're coming from people who otherwise didn't have a plan for them and they didn't want them anymore. So it makes me happy because I know I'll make use of them. And that's why, like I said, I feel like there's no need to buy the magazines if other people have them and are looking for a home for them. It's just perfect. So talk to me about your free cycle groups in your neighborhoods. If you live somewhere where you have a free cycle group, talk to me about that. I am fascinated with the concept of free cycle groups. It's pretty new for me. Like when I moved into this community is when I first saw it. And we live in a pretty quiet, kind of like secluded community. We're about 15 minutes away from a grocery store. So it's been kind of nice to see how people are in the neighborhood. Like I've had situations, for example, where I ran out of makeup wipes one day and I posted in the group because I didn't want to drive to town. It was actually nighttime when I realized it. And I posted in the group and I asked if anybody had any, you know, makeup wipes. And this was just our regular community group, not the free cycle one. And I had someone so sweet. She gave me a couple packets of makeup wipes and she didn't even let me pay her for them. And there's really nice things like that. But then the free cycle group is cool because, like I said with the magazine, it gives people a chance to give their items new life. I'm cutting out this like cranberry sauce, beautiful. It gives people a chance to give their things new life, things they otherwise didn't need, and see it go to someone who can get a good use out of it, you know? So for me, it's like, it's such a win-win for everybody. I post things in the free cycle group constantly, and I get things from the free cycle group. Very recently, I got, let me see, where did I leave them? I'd have to go grab them really quick. Let me go get them. I'll be right back. So very recently I got these in the free cycle groups on Friday, and they're these little cupcake stickers and birthday themed stickers, and they're perfect because I'm going to use them for my pen pal who has an upcoming birthday in August. Super excited about this, and it's like they were free, you know, and the person otherwise wouldn't have used them. I just love it. It's really fun. So if you haven't yet, look up your local free cycle group closest to where you live and have fun. Because it's just fun. It's a cool way to get rid of things you don't need, but also you can end up with lots of fun things that you need. And yeah, it's just awesome. Okay, so putting out this, what looks like it's potatoes to me. And I'm even gonna cut out these carrots. I got a lot of like good food pictures today. I love my food ones because then I make some really pretty collages out of those. All right, guys. Ooh, I love the look of this big burger. Yum. My favorite food. One of my favorite foods is definitely a burger, and I love to go to Culver's. That's one of my favorite places. Getting a burger from Culver's and fries and like custard, that is like my happy meal. I have a wheat allergy, so I can't eat regular bread, and Culver's has a gluten-free bun, so they are my favorite place. That's, like I said, it's definitely my happy meal. So there's this burger, I love it. And I think that's all I'm gonna cut from this one so far. Oh, I like your tomatoes in the basket. Okay, and just gonna cut that and see how much I just got out of this one magazine that I had already gone through. And that's what makes me so amazed about going through magazines, is that you never know what you're gonna find. You can go through them again and again and again. I didn't end up doing these two. I just did the one, but look at all these beautiful images. Like I said, I feel like the food ones are my favorite. Got some of the carrots. This is literally making me hungry. Okay, rolls. Love it. And of course, like I said, I'm allergic to wheat, so I can't really eat bread like that, but yet I love cutting them because they look amazing and I miss it. Gravy, mashed potatoes, some type of casserole, quiche, I think. These little, what are those called? Kebabs, I think. I just got lots of beautiful images. I got this big pumpkin pie, and like, I don't even like pumpkin pie, but it's pretty. And I like cherry pie and other pies, so I just thought it was a pretty picture. Got some salsa, got this really pretty food picture, pretty font. I got this kind of quiche picture. These little, oh, these look like, kind of like, to me that looks like ground beef and tomato, but I don't even know. I cut these and I'm curious because it looks desserty, but it also looks like ground beef. So I have a lot of these like little like quiche casserole-y looking things. Cut this plant. They were dipping this in this sauce and that looked good. So as you can see, I just like to cut food out, and it's not always food that I know what it is or food that I eat. If it looks good, it works for me. This one made me think of my dad, like I said earlier, just the salts, or the pepper and Himalayan salt. This I thought was a really pretty scene. Just make me happy, just kind of like a happy place. And these, and the salad. A little one that says planner, because I'm totally a planner, and that works for me. A little pretty background. It kind of made me think of the Where's Waldo, because there's like, looks like there's so much going on here. A sandwich. Who doesn't like sandwiches? And then this hand soap. So that's what I got out of this. Oh, and then I also got these little potato wedges. So happy with everything I got, and that was all out of just one magazine that I had already gone through before. So definitely look through your magazines more than once, because you can always find more. Also, like I said, join your free cycle groups, and you can even like post on there and say, hey, if anybody's getting rid of any magazines, and kind of let them know, you know, you like to cut through them and make glue books or anything you do with them. I'm sure people will appreciate having someone to give them to. And like a lady even said to me, she said it's so nice to give it to somebody who can repurpose it instead of tossing it. So definitely look up your free cycle groups if you aren't in them yet. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this very chatty magazine harvest, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.